Welcome, everyone. Thank you very, very much for joining us here today. And we have today with us Mr. Krishna, who is an entrepreneur, a founder for the last 20 years for a company which is not just online but also offline in the theory space of the Dutch driving industry. And also at the same time, that's not just the only venture he's in, but he's also a founder and an entrepreneur in the food and the restaurant industry, along with the fact that he's a proud father of 2 sons and a family in the Netherlands. So a warm welcome to Krish. Krish, thank you very, very much for joining us today. And we are really delighted to have you. And thank you very much for also the opportunity to actually shoot this in the brand new studio that you're building.
Sure. Thanks you also guys for taking time and taking an interview with me, and I also like that to share my opinion, I can say my experience with you guys. Okay, and go ahead.
So as Akshay gave a very nice introduction, me and I'm sure the audience as well are very curious what your journey has been so far. Where I imagine you came from India.
Sure, yes.
When exactly did you come to Netherlands?
In 1996, in October, I guess, 10th October, I still remember the date.
Oh, wow.
And I landed in Netherlands because of my brother, actually. I completed my bachelor's in India in medical sciences and medical student. And my brother was already here. He's actually last for 40 years here, doing his own business. And he actually suggested me, Chris, come to Holland because I need one hand more because his business
for his business.
Yeah, for his business actually. I told him, brother, I'm actually studying. I just completed my bachelor's. I have to go further with my master's or something related to MBBS or BDS, all the stuff like that. He said, no, we have a better opportunity for you. Come to Holland. Now I listened to him, elder brother, of course. He said, I have better future for you. Then I came here. I helped him actually in his business for 3 years long, I guess.
And what was his
textile.
Okay.
He was actually buying the stuff, textile, and then making the stuff here from the companies who are working, making the textile clothing, business I can say better. And we had our own atelier, we say, just cutting the stuff and delivering to the people who want to sew for you and making the stuff. That was the business actually.
Right.
And I did that for him together for 3 years. Then with the Chinese competition, it went down.
Okay.
They couldn't compete with the prices went in the market. Then they decided to stop, go to the boutiques. Then he asked me, Krish, there is no work for you now. And it was for me a surprise, frankly saying.
And that was after how long?
3 years.
After 3 years.
And those 3 years, and he couldn't speak a single Dutch word because I worked with him and there was not needed, I can say, better. Or English or my own language to with his customers. And most of the customers for him was from German, and they were the Indian and Pakistanis, of course, and then speak only one language with them. And then I thought, okay, when he told me, okay, go ahead, you can go now, you search your own way, and I have no work for you.
Is it like
it's really like this?
Is it like he kind of fired you?
You can also say like that. And in the evening, one day, I remember that. Not bad for my brother, though. It's good for me, actually, what happened to me. He told me, Krishna, there's no work for you. Because business, as you see, is going down day by day. And you have to do something yourself. Explore the market and go ahead.
Yeah.
I told him, frankly, I have no knowledge. Because just last 3 years, I worked with you. Coming to the shop and doing the stuff, going in the evening back to home and again sleeping and doing the stuff like that. And I have no idea what I have to do. Then he said, I can only help you to find some work there related to your study, which you did in the past.
Yeah.
And then
He was silent here.
In short, I will say that was for me a turning point, you can say. Because for me it was a surprise what I have to do now. I don't know anybody here who can help me. Just a neighbor of him was also running a shop, that guy, a shoe shop. I went to him with the feeling of this guy can save me now, because I knew him. We worked 3 years together as a neighbor. And he told me, come tomorrow in the morning, I will bring you somewhere and they will help you out. And then he brought to me, to an office who was looking for the jobs and people, hiring the people actually. A Dutch company, of course. And I went there and I still remember the name of the lady. Never forget people. The first people I never forget.
Of course,
because they helped me in this journey. Vanessa, you say in English. And that lady, I went in the office. She was working behind the computer. And I said, hey, I'm Chris. I'm looking for a job. Do you have anything for me? She said, yeah, what's your experience? I said, yeah, I did bachelor's in medicals in India. And then I came here. I worked 3 years in textile branch. I'm also knowledge of bakery because my father and mother are from bakery background. I can also do something that, if you have any work for me, I will do that.
Okay.
She said, okay, we have now a vacancy for the bakery.
Oh, nice.
It's okay. Why not? I have to earn my bread. She said, okay, come to me and we go together to the bakery because we also office in that big bakery. It's actually an industrial bakery somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And like we went there, big one, and automatic plant actually. It was not a bakery like in India, we were making things. And she brought me there and she introduced me to the manager. She said, this guy has a different bakery experience. Frankly saying, not that bakery, but I said, I can do something. And she said, okay, if you can do, I have a work for you. I said, go ahead. Frankly said, go ahead. And she said, okay, tomorrow you can join the work. And the work which you going to get here, you have to accept that. I said, okay. And the manager told me, I give you 1 month training. In that month, if you can learn the things what we expect from you, then you have a fast contract with us.
And what is the fast contract?
For whole life, of course.
Okay, like indefinite contract.
Like indefinite permanent contract. And for me, I thought, okay, I have a work, good enough. And the next day I went there and they introduced the other staff and they say, this guy is going to work with you, trained him for a month. If he can learn the things in a way how it should, then we can proceed further. But my man actually, how can say, habit is more, if I do something, I do from here. That person, I'm actually.
Yes.
And I give my other person there, and within 2 weeks, I learned everything, how should that department. And he called me in the office, you did a good job, we are satisfied with you, you get a contract. Same day, I signed the contract, and frankly saying, he said in Dutch. In Dutch, we say onbepaalde tijd. That means an indefinite period. I took the file, I signed it, and I brought the file home and kept it like that somewhere. And started working and worked for 2 years with them. And I did everything with that, frankly. And for me, it was what I'm doing here. I had a better phase in my life in India because pampered child, I can say. And the youngest from the family, all the brothers and sisters are elder than me. And when the father came to me, you're working the back, why are you not working here? We have a better future for you. Then that stage, you have to make a choice to go back or stay here. And I already spent in meanwhile 5 years here.
5 years, yeah.
And I thought, no, that's not a better way to go back now. Let's struggle here. That's my own way, what I can do here. Then I decided to stay here.
And how old were you?
That time I came when I was 23.
Yeah. So now that's about 28 when
26, 49.
Yeah.
And why did you think that this was a better choice here, or did you like the excitement?
I had to prove my family, especially my brother, who said me, go ahead. I have no work for you. I said, I have to prove him now. And that was the feeling inside. I have to prove him. I can be successful also here in this country without knowing anything.
Yes.
And that was for me a challenge. And going back, then you can say, then you're running from your challenges. I took as a challenge, actually. That's why I decided to stay here.
But did you not feel at some point that the quality of work that because you were in medical sciences back in India, and then of course you started working with your brother in the textile industry. Did you not at one point feel that the quality of work that you could be doing, are you living up to your potential?
No, that feeling I had, the only
how did you kind of overcome that?
I promised actually my brother to support him when I saw the business was going actually in full flow, and very good business he had in that years, because a lot of customers were coming here and a lot of stuff. He did a good job with that.
Okay.
And then I got the feeling, oh, it's totally different when I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Because I'm a person to study and in that pace and to grow in that phase also, that field, I would say. I also did 1 year BDS in Patna, 1 year study. I stopped my study and then came back. And I actually also gathered information here from the Free University. I went there to ask what I can do to just continue my study here in Netherlands. They said, 7 years.
7 more.
7 years more.
7 more. Yes.
Then I thought, no, leave it.
Yeah.
That was for me a hard decision to say stop. I don't want that, because in the meanwhile I also got married.
Why?
So where in this whole adventure did you get time to get married?
Now it was more from family pressure. My father, he got sick. He's actually a heart patient, and he told me, "You're the last kid in my family. I want that you also marry before I leave this world." And that emotional things happened, and he suggested me one girl in our own family from a brother. He married actually in laws. There was and I thought, I saw that girl. Why not? That way.
So you
simply said, okay, yes, I will.
So
I went back and got
married.
married there, and like that. Then I came back, and then when I got settled there, then I also got them here later on. But that was a period of again 3 years more.
Yeah. So how was and what was the next step after leaving the bakery company?
I met the people like that. He was working with me as a colleague, and one day he told me, "Krish, I see you are from different genre. You are not this guy. What are you doing here? You can do more than this." Because I already told, but when I do something, I do from here, and I like, then I do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't succeed in any branch. Then I thought, if I work in bakery, doesn't matter how long, I will give my 100%. And I learned a lot there with the Dutch people, learning the language. Because of that, I learned Dutch. Okay. On the work floor, everybody's speaking Dutch. We spoke Dutch. And as a Dutch people, I can say good things about them all, because they supported me a lot to learn Dutch. Even you speak bad, they never say you're speaking like this. They say, go ahead, you can speak, try. Even your accent is not like, but they really motivate you, these people. And that thing, I learned a lot Dutch from them. Then that guy who, a friend you can say, or a colleague, and more friend now, because he still wants me. And he suggested me do something else. I said, I have no money. He said, money's not needed, only you need to break. It's okay. Suggest me. Said, you can go in this field where I'm now.
He suggested this field.
Me.
Okay.
I said, oh, why not? He said, there's no money needed, only for maybe you going to follow some classes and some course to get this diploma or a certificate to be an instructor. Maybe you need some few 1,000 euros, and then you can arrange. Okay, I will do that. Then like that, I started. With my full-time job, I did a weekend course, actually, on the Saturdays. I went to school, a proper school, where you learn this thing. And for 6 months. And then I passed all the exams there, and then I get certified.
So you went to the school to learn how to become an instructor?
Yeah, there's a proper course. And 6-month course, actually, in Dutch.
Okay.
And my Dutch was not okay.
Wow.
And I was the only guy with this color hair in the class, and all the other people were Dutch. And when I first time I went to school, and the whole class, what I saw, there is no other person from different origin, only Dutch native people. And the teacher also looked at me like this, what are you doing here? And I spoke
little bit
with Dutch and more English. He said, oh, can you manage this? I'm try. Again, I repeat the same stuff. When I choose to do something, I do with a full passion. I said, okay, need not to worry. And that gentleman, the teacher of me, Gerrit, Dutch we say, his name was Gerrit. So Gerrit, need not to worry, you will be proud of me at the end of the day. Okay, agree. Then like that, I started the course.
So you did that for 6 months?
For 6 months. And then I got I became
like a license or something.
I got a certificate, a diploma, you're an instructor now, official, and now you can do your job.
But wasn't there something in your head which told you that, Krishna, like this kind of feels like the repetition of what already happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
That your brother said, come to Holland, do this, and then later on, okay, didn't work. And then the bakery was going somewhere.
That was a phase to earn the bread, frankly saying.
Okay.
Because you have to pay your rent, you have to pay your expenses, and you have to find something.
Yeah.
Study I couldn't because they asked me 7 years more, and you have to pay study yourself.
Yeah.
Where's the money? Money was not there.
Yeah.
And that was the reason to find something. And I found that, and I had a indefinite contract for a permanent contract there.
Yeah.
So that also helped me a lot to establish myself to buy a home here, about my house, because of that contract.
Right.
Somebody suggested me to buy something because this thing is a biggest thing to achieve, to get the contract.
Yeah.
With the contract, you can buy your house, you can buy the car, because bank, they have more insurance.
And it's a contract for the bakery.
Yeah. And that was a door for me to take the next step.
So, bakery is going on. You are doing this all the weekend.
And nobody knew on my bakery job that I'm doing this thing.
And when you got the diploma for this, then where were you mentally, like, because you need to do something with the diploma?
Sure. That was for me when I completed my course, this thing, as an instructor. Then I thought, bakery, I have to stop now. This is the thing I have to bring to the next step.
Yeah.
I have to do, I have to achieve in the future now. In this field, I have to grow now. Then I went to my manager on the bakery. One day like that, friend randomly, when I finished my job, actually my diploma, I would say. Then I went to him one day and just knocked on the door and came inside and say, Peter, from tomorrow I'm not coming. He was shocked. Project here, you have the better future. We are thinking to give you a foreman position or something.
Promotion.
And you're doing good. We are really happy with you. Oh, that's okay, fine, thank you. But I already found my way. I already did my diploma here. I showed him also, frankly, like this. Oh, like this. He said, you didn't tell anything. I said, okay, was I doing that? I thought when I complete, then I come to you. Now I'm there.
So you were very transparent, honest about it.
And people bash me actually. Yeah? All the people, the colleagues, they say you're taking the wrong decision because this is a very risky thing we're doing here now. You have no customers there. You have to establish yourself in a new field like instructor.
Yeah.
You have to work somewhere or to gather the experience there. What are you doing? We never, said it's the wrong decision. Frankly said. So I already calculated the risk because I knew what I had to achieve.
And what did you know?
I knew that I had to grow in this field, like as my own company I want to establish as a driving school. And how I have to do that, and I already planned for a few months I have to work with a big school to gather the experience.
As an instructor.
As a payroll, working for them, and then as a freelancer also. And then after that, when experience is there, then I know exactly to start my own. And that plan was there already.
And who was helping you in making these plans? Just on your own?
I had no friends at that time.
And I can imagine it's not the era of Google or ChatGPT.
And I still remember the first website that I did for my own driving school, I did myself. Buying a laptop and all the stuff I did sell. Very simple website, WordPress and the tools which are available online, and I did that. And it was also very funny when we started promoting our driving school. My wife helped me with the pamphlets, with the folders, spreading ourselves.
But this sounds incredibly inspiring. Like even like I think what I'm really trying to understand is you come to a new country.
Yeah.
New continent.
Totally
you don't know the language. You've gotten a little bit hang of the language. You've moved on to a second job, which is not necessarily you. You had to do it because you had to earn the rent, you had to earn the money, and now you're already moving on to something else in an uncharted territory.
True.
What kept you going? Like what was it that made you feel, let's say, a bit more secure. You were also married, so you had someone who was
Also a house.
Also a house of which you had to pay a mortgage, which was in today's term probably not much, but back in the days it was probably a decently significant
I
amount.
guess it's more from even I was in India working or studying actually. We had our own bakery there, and next to my study, I always helping my parents in the bakery with my spare time, going there on the shop and helping them there, and that was from there actually. And the biggest inspiration for me was my friends. We had actually a group of 5 friends, classmates in the school.
Yeah.
And we are competing with each other with the scores, with the passing the exams, who's better, who's the best.
Yeah.
And that thing was still inspiring me because a lot of friends, they are on now. One is dentist in the US, one is professor in England, and other 2 doctors in India. They are well established there. I mean, everybody has no right place, and that was I have to achieve also. I have to prove myself because I took the decision to help my brother with his business, but I stopped my study. And if I felt actually is a wrong decision.
That you
I realized that.
Yes.
And then for me, going back was not a way. I mean, so I needed to continue with the study, but I have to do something to establish, to prove I can also do. And that was still for me, and when I took the decision to go forward with further with the instructor thing, then I thought, okay, I have to do my own business, and then I can prove to my classmates, to my friends, to my family, I did something.
Yeah.
And that was actually the point for me to do my own. And in bakery, you can't go in that way. So you can. You can be a foreman, you can be a manager there after some period, I don't know. But then I thought, no, this is the right time. I have no money, but this business needs no money there. Only you buy a car, you work for some driving school, and then after you can start your own.
But how did you know that the driving school as a concept could? Because just from the sound of it,
would not be
it would not be the first choice for doing a business that you think could put you ahead, let's say, or put you in a competitive position with the professor, the dentist. What made you believe that that's the one that you should go for and not?
Frankly saying, I also didn't know that at that time that I'm going to be an instructor. It's just by chance he suggested me which business doesn't need any money. Money was not there. If I had money, I can better be run another business there like that. And I don't want to take money from India from my parents. Or I don't want to ask anybody to help me. Even that time, my friend was in the US. He's already established as a dentist. He wanted to help me. But that thing, a feeling of that, I don't want to ask anybody. I have to prove myself. I have to struggle myself, and then. Let's see what happens. And that was the reason to start with this business. Needs no money, driving school. Only you need experience to be a good instructor. If you are a good instructor, you get automatically the customers.
Nice. So what year are we in right now? So you are working for this bigger driving school. What year is this?
When I started, you say?
Yeah, when you started working.
Can guess now 20 years back?
20 years, so 2003 around. And then please help us take the journey forward.
But just before that, I do think there is a really interesting lesson here for any future entrepreneurs or budding entrepreneurs. I think what happens a lot, and as we have a bit more of an economics mindset, we tend to do a lot of future calculations. We look at 20 different ideas, and then we are just evaluating, and we spend plenty of time in just that evaluation. What I really like is that if you look at the present moment, and I think that's what it to me seems like. You look at the present moment. These are my constraints. This is what I have, and this is what I can do. We will see how big it becomes later, but it seems like there is an opportunity there. Let me get started and go for it. And here we are today. And I think to what Bala said, now I think you can take us a bit more on that journey.
Yeah, true. And once more, I will say there was no money actually. There was no calculation and for the future plans. I only knew one thing: I had to be successful in this branch because I completed my diploma or the certificate as an instructor.
Yeah.
Then I thought I will go deeper in this stuff to explore other things in this field. Like there are different categories, and I saw the big driving schools in Netherlands, and I really want to be that in that time. And I thought if they can succeed, me also. And I had a full faith in myself, and I knew myself, if I do something, I do it with my full passion. And that was the reason actually. I had a plan, worked for 6 months for somebody, get some experience, and then you also know exactly in which direction you have to go, which field, which categories. Now I focused first in the car theory only, car practical, and then at the same time when I did the car practical lessons in the car, sitting teaching to the students next to me, and I started with my colleagues from the factory actually. Their kids.
Their kids.
They helped me. Right. My daughter, my son is going to have the license. You want to achieve or she want to achieve that? Can you help? Now you're instructor. Okay. Then I started with them. Giving a lot of discount with
even though they were not very supportive, at least in the beginning.
And they still meet me, and they still see me. Chris, was the right decision. No, afterwards, of course. And that happened, and then I started, and one student, then two, then three, and it went like this.
Nice. And what is the number today, like approximately? Like how many students do you educate?
Or just like an average or like a sum of all
in the present day, if we do what we are doing now, we are providing 3 courses now, no practical.
Yeah.
We are teaching the students in the class.
Yeah.
And the average what we teach in a month is 600 students.
Okay.
You can imagine now in year basis 7,000 to 8,000.
Yeah.
And from last so many years.
Wow.
I don't know the number now.
Yeah.
But in that time, for me, each student was for me, oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Customer is there.
Yeah.
And like that, I went. I never, I worked and when in the starting phase, every business needs some time to become established.
Mm-hmm.
I started with 1, 2, and gradually increasing, numbering was increasing. And the people who passed, they recommend the other also.
Of course.
And that's the best advertisement for me. And like that I went, and people started recommending me, oh, it's a good teacher, go with him.
Yeah.
And like that I guess 1 year, bit more. And then I had a lot of students who were having lessons with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the money started rolling, say.
Nice.
Then I thought, okay, now is the time to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Having some other colleagues with you. Hiring the other instructors, and then yourself more managing part and sitting less in the car. And for me, when I feel still, we do the same course as instructor,
mm-hmm.
but still there's a difference. I don't know, personal touch. And that I felt in this field. Even you are an instructor, you're a teacher, but there's a difference in teachers.
Yeah. Of course.
And that I saw when I started hiring the freelancers, the instructors as a colleague. Then I sat with them like this, and I was asking you the same course, and they asked me how you teach, how we teach. Why is the difference there? Then I say, come in the car. I will show you what I do in the class. And then they was inspired. Oh, you are something unique you're doing there. Maybe that's the reason I got more students there. Once more, it is more from when you give you 100% and when you have patience with the teaching, because as a teacher, you need a lot of patience there. You get different students there, nervous, anxious, or panic, and usually get panic there. These things. And if you are as a good instructor, you have patience, a lot of patience, and you keep calm yourself, you are a good instructor, good teacher. And maybe that part, a lot of people are missing in themselves. And those things they saw in me, and they start saying, teach us. Then I thought, okay, let's train the instructors also.
Okay.
And people who already finished their diploma, certificate, and then they still came to me to learn these things.
This was after how long?
After 1 year.
After 1 year. Just one year.
And I thought, oh, Chris, actually, you never knew that you will be a teacher. Now you're in this branch. I recognize myself, I'm a good teacher now. I never know that. I can be a teacher.
I can imagine, yeah.
And for me, it was actually, teacher. And then I thought, okay, let's grow in this field now because a lot of people need that.
Yeah.
Then I followed a separate course, a special course, only people who are more nervous, how to teach them. And that course I found here with the Dutch company. They was training actually the instructors to teach the people who are, quite nervous, how they can still achieve the license. I followed that course for a month or 1.5, I guess, that time. And then I also learned, some special skills to teach those people. And that was me actually extra for me to be, I knew that, God grace, I don't know from where I knew that. Reading the face and talking to people, I got the indication how you think, what type of person you are. And that's a God gift for me. I knew. And that was extra for me as a course with that. And then I explored myself, grow in this phase and you get more work. And people started joining me and learning from me. And then like that, we grew. And I had in that phase, if I roughly say, with the next year, 1 year I did alone. After that, I started hiring those instructors. In the second year, I got 5 instructors who were working for me.
Oh, nice.
I had freelancers and some on payroll and that part. And then after, I thought, let's go going to the other cities.
And today, how many instructors do you have?
No, I'm not doing any practical.
Oh, yes.
That was also changed my mindset. Yeah. And after doing for 3 years, I decided to stop the practical.
Stop with practical. And why
was also, again, the people say, wrong decision. And I thought sitting with one student in the class, teaching one person, in place of standing in front of class, teaching 50 to 60 students in one go, and you have more interaction with the student in the class. You have different type of students in front of you. They ask different questions in place of one student next to you. I saw more opportunity in that.
More opportunity.
And to grow as a teacher also. And then I thought, okay, Chris, you have enough knowledge now with the instructor field and as a traffic rules and regulations. I went to the books, I read everything there. And then I thought, okay, stop this thing. Let the school run. Let them do the job. When I actually, the phase when I thought stopping with the practical lessons and going to the theory part. It took a while though. It's not like this. Stop now because it was a rolling up thing. People are already busy with the certain driving lesson packages and they have to finish it to achieve the license. You can't stop in one day. It took me, I guess, 1 year. And then I stopped with that field and then I thought, okay, let me focus on the theory part. Because how I actually did that, again, inspiration from the students. The people who took the driving lessons with me, and I gave also them the theory courses, my own students. Like renting a small classroom.
And you were already kind of doing that in like a smaller way and in parallel.
I guess as a human being, you should be very open to everybody in any field. There should be nothing to hide actually. If I say I don't know anything, I will say I don't know this thing. Please help me out there. And my Dutch was not proper. And I told the very first day I know that when I did the Dutch course to Dutch students in the class, I told them, guys, I'm not speaking good Dutch. Do you mind? No, Chris, we know you're a good teacher. Go ahead. How you speak the Dutch? Never mind. It's not a language course. It's more about the traffic rules and regulations. And I did that course first day and I got the feeling, Chris, you can't do that. Because people motivate you. Why not? And then I start thinking, okay, let's go in this field now. And that was actually for me a point to change now, go in this field, stop the practical. And I rent a very small classroom in Amsterdam North. And like a shop, literally a shop, converted in an office and plus classroom. From there I started, I can say 10 years back.
10 years ago.
And I did there 3 years long. I did that thing, and then the number kept growing, the students. And then I decided to rent an office, a bigger one in the street next to us here. Here before, I had an office in that street, and it was a bigger office than the other one. And then number kept growing. Then he thought, no, this space is also not spacious. Let's go with the bigger one now. And that's why we are thought to move here.
Okay, nice. So how big is this office? Like what's happening with your theory school right now? If you can give an audience.
The office before here, it was a shared office with one building with a lot of offices inside there. We rent 2 classrooms there.
Yeah.
And one bigger space with the classroom partition and one administration part of its office. And as I said, the number were kept growing. Then I thought, okay, this is not enough. Let's move the big one. And from last 2 years now, it's the second year we sit here, and we rent a whole building here now. And here we have 3 classes, 3 big classrooms, I can say. One office space, bigger one, as you saw downstairs. Yeah. And one studio, we are converting to one place. And really satisfied how the space is. Because there was an interference with the other offices who was not happy with us, frankly saying. Yeah. Saying you are running a school inside the office. A lot of students are coming, they're making more noise and all this stuff, and they didn't like that. And Dutch companies, as you know. And that for me was also a point to move and own your own place. And here, as you know, there's no noise.
And you also mentioned something, you have big plans of going digital. So if you would like to tell our audience a little bit of what those plans are.
Sure. And that thing I had already a couple of years ago when I started with the theory thing. Then I saw that people were buying online stuff, website, they're practicing on downloading some apps on the phone. Yeah. I saw them, my own students. Then I thought, why not this thing? And I knew one thing from very first day, I can be a better teacher than the other. I don't know. When I recognize myself, you're a good teacher, because people start appreciating me. Then you got more confidence also. Yeah. Then I thought, if I go online and digital courses, I have more experience now. I know more about the stuff. I can also do this thing. Yeah. And when my kids grown up and they finish their studies, and you know the young generation, we were sitting actually one day in a sitting room, and when the elder son, he told me, you are so long in this field, and I did my already master's there. Can we do something? I said, okay, what do you want? Yeah, you already have the feeling of to start with the app thing. So Karan, his name is Karan. He said, Karan, we need big, the project is big because it's not a small app we build there. And we need a lot of money for that. Well, money is not the thing, he said. We will start. We will see how to raise the money. And that was the idea from 4 years back.
Okay.
3.5. And now, after 1.5 years, we gathered a lot of people around us who was in the same mindset of with the digital thing. And Karan's friend, we also completed his master's.
Okay.
And in the same mindset of to do something different. And I gave all the young people the opportunity to join my company. You be this. I give the post to them. You are the manager. You run this show. You run this one. And they promised me we don't take any money from you first year. We have to prove you that we can do that.
Okay.
That was a promise. And they fulfilled the promise also. And now in the second year, they are getting the payroll. I'm paying them now.
Nice.
Okay. And they proved it was more like this. In the starting phase, when I started my own theory thing, I had some 100 students in a month. And I told that guy, the friend of me, the current friend of me, I told him, Julian, if you want to join, the guy did the economics actually.
Okay.
And he told me there's enough knowledge. To the business wise, we can run the show because we know the numbering now, how to calculate where the money will come, we will arrange it.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything from you, but I will prove you in the coming year, the number will be triple.
Of 300
students. And he said, it's okay, let's see. And now the number is 600, that's total.
Okay.
And what exactly did they build, really?
They built the better websites. Okay. I had a few people from India, from the IT part. they were actually my students in the car. I was in the theory classes, and like that, I were to protect the people, and they like me more as a brother or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's no more relation of a teacher or a student or a business, more like family, friends like that. I found two good people in the IT sector, and they were working in the banking here.
Yeah.
And as you know, there are a lot of IT people in Netherlands. And he told me actually one day, you need a better website to promote. So yeah, go ahead. And he started, and he took some help from India, from here, and they built a better website. And from that part, and of course, when the website is SEO friendly, all the stuff we did, and then get more students. And AdWords, all the stuff we do. And then the young people, they joined me as my son and his friend, and they have some better ideas, social platforms, all the stuff. And still working. And they suggest me take greater step now.
Yeah, the mobile app.
And we gather the information from everywhere, from India, from here, Dutch companies, all the stuff. And also what we the code, the price, all the stuff. And we found we can do some stuff outsourcing into India or other countries. And the development, app developing will happen in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And the Dutch company is doing that.
Okay.
But we had a lot of components like animation part, images, 3D images, 2D images. You can say those things we got from the outside, from outside Netherlands, you can say. And like that, now in the final stage.
So basically, once it's live, any student can just
They can just download the app on any iPhone or Android, and they can they can just download the app.
You don't have to come to the class.
No. It's a more, not only an app, it's an interactive, say you can follow the...
play quizzes and things like that.
You can just you can get the lessons, say the live things also.
Okay, nice.
And you can also ask the questions as live questions to the teachers.
Okay.
That option is also there. But it's more about as you experience in a class, as a teacher, we explain the things to the students. They can the same feeling they get in that. You have the board there to explain, and you see the animation, you see the objects are moving there, and I feel it will be really helpful to the students who want to sit at home and chilling out on the couch and doing the stuff and need not to come to class. But still, there's a big need. People still want interaction with the teacher. And that's still there. But this is the more for people who can't come to our classes. They're coming from far, as I told people also they're renting the hotels here. Coming from Eindhoven, Smolensk, and Boston, Breda, and all stuff. And those people, they can still buy the app and buy the stuff online.
So how big is the business really today?
Target is, this is the platform, and if it get launched, that's going to launch, of course, and if it get start rolling, then target is to move into the other countries. To Germany, first of all in England, in the UK we are going, and then to Belgium and then Germany.
Very nice.
And only is switching the language. Same rule.
Exactly. Okay. Because it's more or less.
It's only switching the language.
Very nice.
And the Netherlands business, like
whole Netherlands. We are talking the whole Netherlands, of course. Okay. And we have we take the minimum on the estimation we made there. How much we have to generate in the first phase, and how much money we can generate, how we have to spend the money again, and which field. Marketing is a big plan there.
Of course,
And those things actually is a big project, I think, is saying. There are luckily good people around now. There are also investors we found.
Nice.
And,
you raised some external money here.
Because of which
So it's also are you keeping it separate, like a separate company?
It's a different company. They're a different name. Learnify, we call it.
Learnify. So I think for our audience who are based in Netherlands, Belgium, UK, Germany.
Of course. They will also get soon these things. You can also download.
Krish is coming up with a very big launch soon.
And frankly, now in Netherlands we are doing first of all in Dutch. And after 6 months we'll be in English. Then you see my face also there as a teacher in English. And then we'll move to the other countries with all languages.
Very nice.
And the investors are Dutch or
Dutch
investors, and also in terms of going back to what you had initially thought about those 5 friends.
We are still in contact.
And how do you feel about where they are?
That's a good question.
That was what kept you going back then. Is that still?
It inspired me, but still, how the friends are doing, they're really interesting for me. I still think I can do more. Because I one friend I told is a dentist in California. He had now 8 clinics.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And
that's a big thing in the US, yeah. Even having one clinic is a big thing in the US.
Really doing good, really doing. I'm really proud of him, what he did. We in the same class, we did the same study. We went to Patna, he continued the study, he finished his BDS there.
Yeah.
Then we came together when my brother asked me to come here. And in the same week, he flew to US. And I came here. Same time, same month, same day. I mean, it's the same week, I can say.
Yeah.
And he got established there and started from one small thing, working for the other company, and then his own business there.
Yeah. And I have a question on that, more on the non-business side. You seem like you were very close, like the 5 of you. On an emotional level, how was it like going like in very different direction in the world? And as when we are young, we are more emotional.
True.
And don't you miss them, or
of course.
how did you manage that emotional part?
We are calling regularly. We are on the WhatsApp, and we are sharing our things still. Still, because everybody is not married.
Yes. Yeah.
But still, it's a bonding there. Still, we are connected and sharing the things. And of course, you miss the part that you had in the past, as a school phase, and then the college phase. And that part is still missing there. I knew those days when we were going together to do the stuff, and that part is still missing. But that's a part of life, I guess.
So, what you have described us is a very, exponential journey from 1996 until now. And of course, there have been many phases. We would really like to also understand the other side, as I mentioned, psychological side, because I'm sure this was not a smooth journey.
No,
as you mentioned.
No.
How did you face those hardships? And obviously, if you can remember some examples, which would be really helpful for our young audience.
Yeah, I guess a partner at home is a backbone. I decided when my kids were there, 2 sons, and when they were small, I told my wife, I need not to work. You have to take care of them. I have to do the stuff for you. I will arrange everything which you need for you. I work hard, even I work 24 hours for you, doesn't matter. I really want that you bring up the kids in a way how they should. With my own values, our culture, how those things I see back now. And I really feel proud of me in that part. I'm saying that, frankly, how my wife brought them up. And they have the values, the same values what we have in our culture, respecting the elders, and every day touching their feet in the morning, saying, really that thing. I really appreciate that.
So just to reiterate, you say that having a trustful partner at home was a big pillar in your success.
He supported me a lot with everything, with emotions, with the hard time that we had, struggling to get the money, sometimes to pay the rent even in the beginning, starting phase. I know that. I was the only guy who was earning, but she never complained. I remember that part. Even we had maybe $100 at the end of the month, and sometimes nothing to buy, stuff for ourselves, only paying the rent and getting the food. And so we still remember those days, and I get a feeling of emotion from it.
Yeah.
And she was more about, Krishna, you not to worry. I don't want anything for you, because you work so much for us. And I really am helping you in any field you need me, I'm there. And still, she's next to me like this. And that helped me.
You go ahead.
Because this is, of course, true for, what
common theme, right?
Yeah. So, how did you also, and we see this in movies a lot, right? Sometimes that you have kids whose one parent or both parents are working a lot. And a lot of times they feel that, I think I was just listening to a podcast yesterday in which a father who was like really well to do, he asked his son, what do you want for your birthday as a present? And the son said, Dad, I want you. How was that for you? Did you think that you were able to also do justice enough to how much time you wanted to spend with your two sons? While it was great that to have your wife, whom you knew was the backbone of the family, but on the other side,
when they were small, they were small, I knew that I had to give more time, but there was no other option. When they start growing up and going to higher schools and then the colleges, and then I decided to take a step back. As I told, I took the freelancers, so working for me, and then I started giving more time to the kids outside home. And there was a discipline in our home when we had to sit together in the evening, all together. And nobody's going to sit on the top floor with the mobile phone and doing the stuff. No. Even we have to sit a half an hour, we have to sit every evening together as a family. We have to take one minimum meal together. And that's the dinner. That's the last meal. We have to do together. And that thing, I decided to do that. And that helps a lot, actually. Because then you are together with your kids and sharing the things what they did the whole day at school, sharing everything. I was very open to my kids. Everything happens at outside the home, you have to share with me. I never will bash you, never scold you. Why are you doing that? Why are you not doing that? Open, share everything with me and your mom.
I can imagine their schooling environment was quite different from yours, right? So you were open to like that.
And I learned a lot with meeting the people in the starting phase. Our community here in Netherlands. They worked really hard in the starting phase, and how we did. We have we are like that. But I saw both partners, they worked a lot and they inspired the kids. The kids, they didn't give any time to the kids coming back to.
So you observed that?
I observed that, and then decided, I'm not going to make the same mistake. Even I earn less than them, but I have to give the values, to give time to my kids to be a good human being. And not afterwards saying, he's not coming at home. Or he's went somewhere else. Without knowing to the parents. And for me, it was that, share everything with the kids. And let the kids also share with you everything that they face, that they experience every day, daily life. And frankly saying, and that they listened to me and they did everything. They shared every single thing. Even they meet any person outside, like a girl or a boy, they shared with me. I know now, man, one of my kids going to marriage next year maybe.
Oh, nice.
And he found the girl when he met actually her. He shared me everything with me. I met this girl, and he brought her home to let me meet. And introduced me actually, and I saw her. Okay, I also asked him questions. Why you want with him? And she felt, okay. These things. I'm giving an example. Be open to your kids, and then they share everything.
It's a very good message,
And I really learned a lot from observing the other parents. And like that, they start sharing everything with me. And when the elder woman finished the study, he said, "Well, what I have to do now? You already did the business economics. You decide yourself. You can also join any company and go there."
So you never really forced them to convince them to
nothing. Till the date now. Still now, I'm doing. It's your choice. But they really find we see more opportunities working with you together. We had the company there, and like this was not so big, but now we are growing. And very funny actually, this thing what I want to say now. The elder son, he did a different study, business economics, and then I made him a teacher also. He's also a theory teacher. He's not doing the theory regular classes on a regular basis, but I tried him to make him become a teacher. because I know as a teacher, you discover yourself as also a better human being can make yourself.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Teacher is a really field where you can grow as a person.
Yeah.
And I told him, Karan, you need not to be a teacher, but I really wanted to be a teacher, and then stop whenever you want to stop. But really try this thing. And he listened to me, and I just trained him, and he's a better teacher now. And he said to me, I don't like this thing, it's not for me, but you told me, that's why I'm doing that. And now afterwards he also satisfied, but he's not doing, but he's now training the other teachers in this company now. And because he's a very nice, I can say mindset up, or knowing the people better than the other.
Okay.
Students, I can better say. And like that, he's supporting me in that field, and they really do everything for the company with a 100% motivation.
I genuinely believe that, like, one of the key, like, as human beings, our key purpose is to really help ourselves and others. And when, as a teacher, when you do that, you see the results almost immediately.
Unbelievable feeling or satisfaction you get when you send people for the actual exam, and when they pass, and the appreciation which you get from them, and the motivation which you get again for the next class is really unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know the people, they hug me. I don't know what I have to say. And sometimes if my wife asks at home saying, oh, ladies, take care. It's okay. You not to worry, I'm just joking there. I mean, say, really, for as a teacher, I grew because of that appreciation, to discover yourself more, how to interact better way, how to improve yourself as a teacher.
I have a question on again on your entire journey. So it clearly seems you brought some or more than some Indian values. You still maintain them today. But probably everybody's journey is different, especially people coming from India or that part. Culture here is quite different. How did you navigate retaining your culture while also observing adopting the good things of Dutch culture?
True.
How did you
It's more sharing everything. Your journey, you're bringing up with your own kids. You just tell them what is actually from where we are and why we are, what we are doing here, what we have to achieve in our life. The thing that I learned from my parents, I told them, this is the value what I got from parents. I really wanted to carry with these things. And practical things, giving examples in practical. I know as Indian culture, we have a very strong culture in a way. A lot of values, great values, to respect every relation in our culture. And those things are the good things which you don't see in this culture.
Mm-hmm.
They are really nice people. I never say they're bad, but this thing is missing in this culture.
Okay.
And good things, of course, a lot. They give the freedom to the kids, explore themselves. They just go away and do your thing. And that part I did also.
Okay.
Well, do your thing. Discover yourself. I mean, I tried a balance. Learn the good things where you can learn. Still they're learning. I'm also still learning there. Good things you see, always take it. And the thing that you don't like, leave it. It's your choice. And they're doing still that. And they made the luckily good choices there. They took a lot of values from me and also good things from the Dutch people. They interact with the friends are Dutch. And they took the things from me and they tried to mix those things and really working for them.
And could you also recall and share maybe some examples in this journey, both nice ones and not so nice ones? Anything you or your family faced which was particularly tough to overcome? Could be business, could be personal.
Personal also, and also business-wise. Personal is more about my parents. As in this country, you can't bring your parents here for permanent.
Yeah.
And that part I missed actually. That was enough. There was a phase in my career I want to go back because my parents.
Yeah.
A lot of times I decided to go back. I said, what I'm doing here? They really miss me. I really miss them.
What time was this? Like already you were in your.
I was in a journey. I guess 10 years back, something.
Yeah.
And it was a phase I was struggling to establish myself, and business was going in a phase and
growing,
ascending phase. Then I thought, okay, Chris, your father is sick. He's ill. He needs you.
Yeah.
Of course, my other brother is there. One of the brothers is there. One is here. And my sisters, everyone will get married actually.
Yeah.
And my mother and father, they need somebody next to them. And that was a time when I felt, oh, why we are here? The better future. I'm personal, I don't know. For me, money is secondary actually. It comes always.
And it's also our values.
Values, I mean.
Most of the families.
And the kids, they also saw that thing in me, and that's why they're so connected with me. They say, money, father, we don't care. We care you. Because if you are there and we really want to be next to you, because they saw me what I did in weddings.
And what did you do? Yeah. How did you react to that situation?
I really want to go back. I went back actually. My father sent me again back.
Okay.
So you.
I decided to go back. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went there, and my father especially said, no, Krishna, don't spoil that the hard work you did there. I really want that you be with me, but I don't want that you spoil your future because of me. Then I brought my mother and my father here for a few times on the tourist visa for 3 months. That. They stayed here. And they went back and again, going like this.
Okay.
And then last phase in my father's life, when he got really ill with this illness, heart disease and all the stuff like that. And then he was not in state to travel. Then he said, I'm not going. My mother can go, but me not. My mother was more, if you don't go, I don't.
Yes.
And that was for me a point, okay, so they are not coming now. And after a certain time, bad luck. But everybody has to do this road. And my father expired. And my mother was alone. Then I decided to bring her here actually. Then I brought her here. And of course not according to Dutch rules and regulations, but she stayed here. Brought her for 3 months. Then we filed a case. There's nobody to take care. I have to keep her here.
Yeah.
But the law says if you have any family member, brother and sisters, they have to take care. Then even they're married, your parents can't be here. That's the rule.
Yeah, the law is that you can have dependents or your partner, but you cannot have your parents.
Correct. And then I thought, I don't mind, I don't care. I will keep my mother here.
And what was the consequence?
Long story again. I filed a case and we fought the case for 1 year. And for 1 year, she stayed.
Okay.
Again and again, extending. And she lived here for 7 years.
Oh,
she's living here.
She's normal.
That's great.
She's also normal. She's normal. For
7
years. And I really liked that she was with me every time. And also getting love affection with grandchildren there. And it was a nice time. No?
So the last moments were spent with you here where you want her.
And I
really want that. The phase what I'm going through, I really need a moral support from my parents, especially my mother, blessings, every day seeing her, going to her room, taking her blessings. That is a really thing which you need actually from your life. And that was for me inspiration. Brother was saying every day, son, we'll be okay. I know you will be there. Those things happened with me, and that phase 7 years, and maybe that's the reason my kids are with me, because she also taught them a lot of good stuff.
They live with you. You live in a joint. Nice.
Of course. I really want that they still. Even I asked them after marriage, what do you want? He said, I don't know, but if we buy a big house, you want to share that? They said, I don't mind. And they really want to be still with us. I hope that they will stay. But never mind if they go away also. Yeah. But that's a connection I want. I never interfere what they do, but I really want a one family like that. A united family as an Indian house.
Yes, sir. That's touching story. That's how we fought with the state of Holland.
After 7 years, my mother decided to go back. Because she said, I'm getting old. I'm age. I want to meet my daughters there. I want to go to places I want to go. And you know how our the culture is to
you go to religious
places. I said, okay, mother, tell me. I want to go back. Then I brought her back again, my own. She was in a wheelchair at that time. From last year she expired. All the rituals I did when she was there, when I brought back, she told me, this is my last wishes.
Could you share one or two, if you don't mind? Like
she wanted to do the charity for something what she had in her brain all the time. When I want to die, before I die, I want to do this stuff. Going to temples, finding the poor people, do the charity, offering something, and all stuff I did with her. Luckily, I'm feeling so satisfied that I was the last time with her, going to the places where she belonged.
Yeah.
We did the charity, we did everything there. And I was so pleased for her. She said, oh, you did what I asked you, and really bless you. And when I came back after 6 months, she...
If you would have to ask your children or for you, like, what would be like one thing about her presence in the home that you miss?
Her presence?
Yeah.
Of course, that love and affection. And every day coming home, she was sitting in the sitting room, waiting for the kids coming, and hugging them, and sharing the things, saying the good things to them. That's missing actually. That the aura and that presence of somebody. It's really nice.
And that's, of course, like as someone who starts a new life in a new country, that's something we sacrifice for many years, and in a way, like I feel a bit jealous that you also very inspired that
you fought for it,
and you really had to fight for it. True. I do have one interesting question for you though. You mentioned multiple times that you really try for your kids to be very transparent and open and honest with you. How open, honest, and expressive are you about the things that are going in your life to your kids?
Very open. Very, very open. Share everything. Even you're lacking something, you have to share. You need not to worry about what the kid will think about. Maybe they find something interesting, maybe they can guide. Yeah. I'm a person, I learn everything from everyone. But I'm open, just open with anyone. And I never hide anything. Sometimes I'm so frank, so open, and my partner always say, why are you so open? Why do you share things? I say, I'm a person like that. I don't want to hide anything. Why to hide? Maybe the thing that I hide, maybe is going to help somebody in that way. Maybe I'm a bad person doing a bad thing, but I want to share the things with anyone. I never mind to share. Never.
But aside, keeping the practical things aside, what about like your feelings and your emotions towards them? So, for example, if I would have to ask you, Krish, how many times did you say, I'm proud of you, son. No matter what happens, you can always come back to me for support. How many times would you say that you would have said, not exactly that, but maybe something similar on those lines? And I'll tell you why I asked after you.
I keep a balance actually with the pampering and support to the kids. I always do like this. But on the same time, I really want them to be a good human being and a strong human being. That's it. I really motivate them when they do something. If there's something not is going good, I will say, it doesn't matter. No, never mind. I never say anything to you. Because this is the journey of life. You can't get everything how you want. Because you come up from circumstances where you can be a stronger person for the next time.
Yeah.
Like we already made the mistakes deciding things, expanding ourselves as a theory school, going to the other cities. I did that. I made a stupid mistakes also. There was no manpower. I was more emotional. Oh, my name is coming so big. People are liking me. And let's open the other branches. I had two teachers at that time, but I thought, oh, they will help me. I decided to open the branches in Eindhoven. I did them in Rijswijk and in Amsterdam, 3 branches. And I'm running everywhere. And I was doing that regularly. I did that for 6 months. In Eindhoven, I went 6 months, also sleeping there. renting a hotel and doing the classes there. A rice bike was going, and another teacher was also helping there. But that was a decision when I thought, afterwards, think twice. And now they can also say, other people, it was wrong decision because a lot of money I wasted.
Yeah, because it was physical.
Establishing the classrooms, maintaining the office there, renting the people, hiring the people there, all the stuff, promoting the stuff, websites and all stuff. And a lot of money went there.
Yeah.
All the savings in the starting phase went there. And then after I learned a lot there, and I shared these things with my kids also. That they will also learn something, but they are frankly saying they're much wiser than me. And say that, and they know, they say, yeah, I know about your emotional things were there, and I know why you took the decision, because you want to grow. And from there, I learned the lesson. I thought, no, plan first, think what the capacity you have, what capable you are, what we have to arrange first to move to the next step. And that planning really is working now. Gathering the right people around, having the right knowledge to move forward, financially, or all the stuff, all the aspects we go through.
The reason why I asked you, I was having a conversation yesterday with a colleague, and it is actually really true it's really difficult for Indian parents in general to just be expressive about how proud they can be and they are with their children. And sometimes it doesn't harm to just say that, hey, no matter, and I know for a fact that my parents are incredibly proud of where I am today, but the verbalization of that is almost like next to nothing.
No, it is more about that. As a parent, your kids well. One of my son, if I give him more appreciation, then he gets fun.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
No, he complained me also, but I did because of me he finished his masters. Because of me he chose that field, business economics. He don't want that.
Yeah.
But I said, okay, if you want to run your own business, you go in this field, and then you're better brain mindset up to expand your business later on. I don't want to work in a banking or all stuff, own business, but you need the knowledge.
Yeah.
And he did that because of me. He says till day now, because of you, I did that study.
Yeah.
And you never appreciate me when I scored. And he actually, a very long story about him also. In the starting phase, the advice of the primary school was you can't even do a basic study. He was a kid who was more pampered. He was not studying at home.
Okay.
He was the first child, right?
Yeah.
Doing everything, and he born in India.
Oh,
and
he was
came
born.
here.
Okay.
And the other he born. And then after that advice was a triggering point for him as my son, he felt I have to prove myself a bit. Maybe St. Jude.
Similar to you.
And then he thought, okay, let me, because his advice was from the primary school from teachers, you can't do the basic study there. Because there is no focus, you can't do that. And maybe because of that, he felt, I have to prove.
Yeah.
Then he jumped with the things. He went to the high school. Then he struggled, and we say properties, how we call it in English. Then he got the university things, and from that level.
Yeah.
And then he did the business economics. Then he got invited from the school to give a speech in the school that your journey, how he did.
Nice.
And that was also inspiring for me and for him also, that he did something. Like that, I mean, say, but I knew, but as I told my kids, how much pamper I do. And if I pamper more, then they think, oh, I'm doing good. Then you stop the journey. You do like this, but in a balanced way.
You think by default you go more on the other side of more than
I think more that they grow more and more instead of saying, hey, good. But I did that, but I also got the complaint from the elder son, probably you're not appreciating me, and I'm doing so much with my own life, supporting you. I say, Karan, you know me, I really with you, I'm always with you, I stay always with you, but I can't, I'm very less expressive, as you told. I'm saying the things in a balanced way. Your mother more, but me less. but they know now habits.
Yeah.
They are grown up and they know exactly how we are. But as you told, as you said, actually, there it's true, and I do it a balance.
I have a question on a slightly different topic. So, as an entrepreneur, two questions. One, what are the current trends and opportunities you see for somebody who is just starting or thinking about starting a business? The second part of it is, what is your message for people like us who come from India or from similar countries, came here for a job or a contract, but have that fire inside them or a thought of opening something, becoming more self-employed? So two parts to that question.
I will say for me was not calculated. The doors that opened, I met the people who guided me to this and that. But nowadays I see the people are more, how you can say, more well planned. They do the research first, in which field they have to go. They calculate all the risks there. Of course, do that. It's a good thing to do. But at the same time, what you do with the full passion, with the motivation. Believe yourself. That I mean. And a lot of people, they still say, what I like in you, your confidence. What you do with confidence. I believe if I do this, it will be successful. I will make it successful. That thing I have. And I learned from a lot of mistakes, of course. But that feeling I have still, when I do something, I will make it successful. And that belief you should have in it. And that's my advice to people who are coming here and doing this stuff. They want to start, they own something. Do a good research. And when you take a decision to do something, believe in that thing.
Yeah.
That belief bring more success.
And just a follow-up on that. That's very well taken, that you have to believe in whatever you decide to do. But of course, there is an element of self-doubt, and doubts come in the way. Many people are like your journey are with family, maybe mortgage and this and that. What is the
doubts you mean say about doubts in yourself, doubt in the product, doubt in the thing you're doing there?
About the plan, let's say. Doubt in the plan or that step. So
then what are if you have the doubt, why you start with the plan? Should be no doubt. Doubts means you're not going to be successful in that. There should be no doubt. Doubt I can understand when it's a financial struggle there. I have no end of things to start with. Don't make a plan, what I told. Do a good research. And when the things are already done, decided there, I have to do this thing, go with the full passion, with the full flow. There should be no doubt. Doubts are not good in any field. No doubt should be good. I'm always here, what I do there, even a small decision, I do the full thing. It should be like this. No doubts. Why to doubt? Then I got to say, don't do that. Then you fall down, you get demotivation. Then you say, oh, next time I don't do that. Better to stop the thing.
Real experience so far, if you would have to pick one problem, and it doesn't have to be in your industry per se, if you would have to pick one problem that, hey, you see a business opportunity there for someone who is watching and is curious if you have any ideas on any other business, any one problem that you would pick to solve, would you have any suggestions?
The problem in the business, what I'm running now, in that thing.
Could be in that, or could be in any other business also.
I have to discover myself more. I have to improve myself more and more. I would say I'm working on myself again. I learn a lot, but I'm still working how to improve as a person, how to manage better in the sense to be a good teamwork, because anything which you want to be successful, any product, anything, you need a good team, good people around. And I learned a lot with this teaching job. I learned a lot to bring people together. Because everybody is unique. I've always said everybody is unique. You have something special in you and he has not. Maybe he has something, you're not there. And those qualities you have to find out. I'm learning, I'm still learning, I'm working on that. And I see every person in the team now, what we have now. Really amazing. I'm still thinking, oh my God, why couldn't I saw that? And he see that. And that thing I'm saying. Those qualities I'm still working on, but I learned a lot that I'm saying again. But maybe in the next phase, when I want to take a more bigger jumps there to go in the next phase, that thing I want to take with me more discovering from people, mankind, and say what a person is, what I can do with him.
Do you have any big one or two role models that you look up to in the business or entrepreneurial world?
No, I always like the people who are succeeded already or working hard to succeed or get successful in their life. But for me, only inspiration is people who are working hard and they are honest with their any business, small or big, doesn't matter. If an honest person when I meet, I say, okay, it's a nice thing to see in somebody's life. There's no.
But no one or two.
I can't say one person there, but I'm more spiritual person. I listen to the nice people who are spiritual, and I learn a lot from them.
For example,
I can call a few names, maybe you already
yeah.
Sadhguru.
Yeah, of course.
I follow him a lot.
Nice.
And I already in mind make a mindset of after a couple of years, then I will stop and go there. To him.
That's your plan?
Yes.
Wow.
To like
Stay there with him.
Oh, really? At
His ashram.
Can you give us some background? How did you? When did your spiritual journey start?
From very long back. Parents were spiritual. And I was listening to I saw them what they were doing. It was more doing, all the pujas, all the stuff every day and all stuff. But I followed them. Then I actually start thinking. You came here, you want to achieve something in your life. But what is the whole purpose of the thing? Why are you here? Then you start following somebody who can guide you in this phase. And then I listened to different people. Then I came across Sadhguruji.
Yeah.
And I listened to him, still listening every day. It's every day plan, listening to him, doing the stuff that he's saying. And then I got the answer, okay, why are you here? What is the purpose of life? Then I think, oh my God, earning the money is the only purpose. Taking care of kids is the only purpose. No, there's nothing else. Believe me, if you run behind the money will run away from you. Let the money run behind you. Let the money follows you actually. That time actually, I'm actually ignoring the money, trying to say. My experience. I never take the money. Can you believe that? Even I will say today, 100,000 euros are going in the dustbin. I don't care. Really, I'm frankly saying that part. And since that I have that feeling, don't take the money, only managing the things.
Yeah.
And money will follow you if you have a good plans. You need to run after the money. And a lot of students here, when they say to me, especially my own community from Pakistan, from India, when they come here to follow the courses, they have some asylum here and all stuff like that, especially from our neighbor country.
Yeah.
And they ask me, Krish, can you give the discount? There's no enough money there. And I feel, why not? We do that. And they don't like, of course, my other colleagues as a mindset of Dutch. And they say, why are you doing this? So for me, it's money. I really want to help the people. If you have no money and you want to achieve something and you stop because of that 100 euro or 50 euros, here we go. And
yeah,
you can say that feeling I have. And frankly, with God's grace, if you do that, money will come in and double face back to you.
And I have a question on purpose. Like, of course, when we are in the journey, maybe you didn't define it or in words, but if you could share what is your purpose now, or how do you find your purpose?
First of all, when I have to discover myself, I'm still working on that. And I get the answer, but realizing itself, it's just an answer. And you have to work every day on that part. And the whole objective of my life is now, when you have enough for yourself that you can take care of your family, and you can have a peace of mind now, I need not to worry at the end of the month I have to pay the rent. They issue money for food. If that feeling is not there, you don't want to take care of things, then means you have to take the next step in your life. Means I have to set up something here for the kids, for my family, that they need not to worry about those things. And that literally we're working on, and it's working now. And when I'm in that phase, I need not to worry about those things. And that is approximately what I calculated. After 5 years, I have to leave this thing. And then the phase is to start the charity, looking at people who really need you. And now, if I go to India, I'm not meeting my family. I'm not going to my family, my sister, brothers. No. If I go, only one day. How you are? Going good? Go away.
And what do you do the rest of the day?
Finding the people who need help.
Can you give some example from your last trip?
Last in Punjab, I went to Jalandhar.
Oh.
That orphan, say the
Orphanage,
people, orphanage. That institute, I went there. On a blind people, I went there. I really did I don't want to say those things, but we did a lot for them. In the sense, who really, oh my God, so emotional. I can't explain this.
No, you should, because we both are going to India in 1 week, in 10 days.
In 10 days.
We personally,
and I am from Punjab.
Okay, my wife and me personally went there to those, you can say, I can't say schools, but
Centers,
I can say, yeah. And to really cooking the food with our hands, offering the foods, bringing the clothes to them, and talking to people what they really need in life. What is the lacking, what they need, what you need from us. But really, it's too difficult in India to find the right and genuine people. And those things I have to take in the future to write the right, really needy people around there, who are really waiting, God help us. We don't have any shelter, any, I don't know whether I have to get the food this evening or not. And those people I'm looking at, really, when I'm capable to help, of course. I'm still working. And that's actually the whole goal, last phase I want to do.
And that I think is kind of like the journey that as a human being we go through. In our initial years, it's all me. What should I do for myself? And
family, maybe.
Me, then the family, and then only. And of course, while we realize that we get the biggest satisfaction by helping others, but only if we are able to help ourselves first and the people who are important to us, can we
always
have that.
It's also saying, charity begins at home. First, I looked at my family who is struggling, and I brought my close families. You can say also close in that part. I brought them here.
Okay.
Yeah. My niece is here.
I think you mentioned when we met. Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, his family here, and I arrange everything for them. The work-wise, the visas, giving them contracts, and those things. I thought, which person needs the help in the family? I look to them first. If anybody calls me, I need this thing. Even it's hard to arrange sometimes because business needs more money.
Yeah.
And still we arrange something. Sacrificing your my family, my wife also says it's too much sometimes. They say, okay, I'm a person like that. You know me from now so many years now. I can't change myself because I really want to help them. And sometimes she said, yeah, okay. She said also saying also no. From last 1 year, we never went anywhere about it. Because of this project, first of all.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take any break there.
Yeah.
And the other thing, when the things come across, we have to go somewhere, then somebody needs me.
Very non-European. Because
Somebody needs me.
European people are like, holiday, whatever is happening in the world, what is holiday is a holiday. Like, they just turn off the life.
Man, crazy son. I call him all crazy. He's crazier than me in that field. He it's not because he's my son I'm saying those things. But he is a person, he gave everything. His name is Karan.
Karan.
And he gave everything what he had to the person who really needed. Unbelievable, I saw him. I said, Karan, why are you from you? Okay. Yeah, buy a car.
So, so on that note, also, when we are so busy in our own lives, especially the younger generation, because we don't have family, young family, so busy in lives to even take a pause and think about questions like purpose or helping others and things like that. So it's really great that you have it very clear in your head, and you're also taking action already for.
Only to it's now a plan, and I really to have to work on that plan to make it actually happen, and to be if you take a decision, you have to work on those things to let it work out. That decision means what you make should happen also. You say that's what I'm saying. If you do something, do with the full faith. This will be successful, and then I'm seeing actually. I have from my eyes, I see those things happen in the future. My plan was bigger, and I hope that will happen also. I need a lot of people around. Maybe an institute opening there. I don't know, but let's see how.
Back in India.
Back in India. One time there also still have that plan in my brain if I get the opportunity in the coming years. To work in India on the infrastructure, with the traffic bodies, the rules, the knowledge that I have here. Maybe somebody in the government there, in the central government who needs these things. I really will be there to help them.
Yeah. Actually, the company that I was part of before March 24, they are now working, they've already worked with the government to create an e-challan portal. So where you can just go on their website and pay all of your challans, and they are actually working with the government in that sector that
why not? The knowledge that you gain from these countries.
From European knowledge.
Definitely. I think our country could use a better attitude on the roads anyways.
From so much experience I gained now from this field, and I knew everything about the Dutch traffic rules and regulations. Actually, the Europe, I can say. Why not to use this knowledge in our country to improve those things? Looking to how many accidents are happening there on a daily basis, to better traffic rules and regulations.
Of course.
Teaching people to be a safe driver, and that knowledge I really want to share with the.
I will. Almost ending question. So, the Krish 27 years ago, did you imagine that you would be in this position today? And
you need not to think about the future. I also learned that your present should be better. If your present is good, your future will decide with it. I never look at what is happening. I have a goal as a spiritual field to help the needy people. But that's not what I look to the future. Future brings everything there when you're working now on that goal. I'm working on that goal, it will be there.
And the other question is, what do you really miss about home? I'm sure that.
And that part I'm really missing. Parents are no more there. I really want.
But the cousins and every friends.
We have the contact, but not satisfied. Maybe they have less time. Maybe I have less time.
Even when you go, you said you anyway just see them for a day, and that's all.
The connection is missing.
Yeah. Perhaps all of you, the 5 friends who are all friends.
And I really want to visit also sometimes. He came, the US friend, he's more close to me, still very close.
But you don't try to plan like a trip together with the group?
Yeah, but everybody's so
busy. Yeah.
That blessing. I said also regularly to them, I'm struggling, we are busy with the project. They're saying, yeah, life khatam ho jayegi.
It's also true.
Yeah. And when he came here from US, he took the whole office with him. Because he's not doing himself, but he's running the show. 10 clinics, you can imagine how many people are working for him. And I told him, his family may spun, we offer the vacation. Crazy work is going here. It's okay. But now I'm talking 4 years back, he came here.
Okay.
And now, of course, he's more improved in that way, and he's now doing nothing there. I'm saying well arranged, well managed now. And he wrote a book also. It's very.
I think it would be nice to connect with your friend because of our podcast.
He wrote
seems
a book
like a nice personality.
Sikh heritage beyond borders. He went to Pakistan, and his book is now in Zoom. He also discovered himself. He's a writer now.
Yeah.
Because his father is a writer.
Okay.
Maybe because of him, he decided to write a book. Nice job. And I also was saying to him, well, from this side, I never saw this side of you.
Yeah.
He said, okay, same thing. We are more spiritual, maybe that part connected us as a friends. This field, what I'm doing now, I'm satisfied. Let's do something else. And he decided to go to his from Sikh family, and he thought the Gurdwaras were missing in India, in Pakistan. Let's explore that part. People who never got the chance to go there. Let me arrange everything from there as a history from the Gurdwaras which are missing. We went with the whole team there. Yeah, it's a long trip.
Wow.
And,
Oh, wow.
did a good job. Really, really good job. And he went to India. Very nice to see. Those things.
Any last message for our audience that you would like to give?
Be yourself. Be honest what you do. That's all I can say.
Or any way that you would say that they can support what you are trying to do?
Maybe in the future, when I need them, I will give a call.
Sounds good.
On this media, guys, come. I need you guys. Maybe for the bigger plans. Really, not for myself, guys. It's more for the people who are really needed in this world. Really need you and be there. And for that purpose, we need a collective of support. All the hands together. Not myself is not good and not enough. I can say. I need more hands there. Then I can say, guys, I need you.
Yeah.
Now, only I need your blessings, your I can say the good vibes from you that I can discuss what I'm doing now.
Yes,
Amazing.
I guess what we can say from overall what I felt was like, find your purpose, and once you found it, have absolutely no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much
You also, guys, thanks
for being with us. We really appreciate it.
I guess we started at
Was it bath?
Well, the last one, no. Last one was also 1.5 hours. It was exactly the same. 1.5 hours. I think you do